Hi everyone, my name is Prisha and welcome to the first episode of Brand Backstage. So ever since I was young, whenever someone would tell me about a new business or a company that had just started, one of the first questions that popped into my mind was, how did this company start? Like, how does someone just wake up one day and decide to start a company? So I decided to start this YouTube channel to explain how popular brands started, how they became popular, and at the end of each episode, I'm going to explain the business moves that this brand decided to make to really expand their presence online and really engage with customers. So welcome to the first episode of Brand Backstage, and for this first video I decided to choose one of my personal favorite brands and a brand that is super popular all over TikTok. You've probably seen it in a what's in my gym bag video or maybe in a hot girl walk on TikTok. It's colorful, it's everywhere, and somehow every single flavor sounds like it's a limited edition lip gloss flavor. I am talking about Alani New. But here's what you might not know. This brand didn't just randomly decide to appear on your For You page. It was built to go viral. And today we're breaking down how a small wellness startup turned into one of the most popular energy drinks on the market. This is Brand Backstage, and today we're diving into Alani New. So to really understand Alani, we have to go back to where it all started with its founder, Katie Hearn. Back in the 2010s, Katie wasn't a CEO yet. She was just a regular, average 21-year-old college student who had recently started her own fitness journey. And at the time, there was very little fitness content for women out there. So she decided to post her own transformation photos, her own gym tips, and daily meals on Instagram. Her content was really real, relatable, and she became very popular. Katie went from a fitness beginner to an online coach, and she gained hundreds of thousands of followers who really looked up to her, and majority of her followers were women. So she decided to launch workout plans, which built a loyal community of women that focused on confidence and strength, and she became a major pioneer in the fitness influencer space. Her then boyfriend and now husband, Hayden Schneider, who was a personal trainer, joined her, and together they opened up a gym in Kentucky in 2016, and they really began to expand their business footprint. But even with all this growth, they both saw a major issue. The male supplement industry was mainly dominated by hypermasculine brands, and it was really catered for them. Everything from the packaging to the marketing screamed for men. And the packaging had dark colors, aggressive names, and the ingredients weren't always female friendly. So Katie and Hayden, they saw this gap in the market. Women wanted clean, effective supplements that actually worked and looked good on the shelf. So in 2018, they decided to start their own energy drink brand, their own supplement brand, Alani New. And their goal was to create wellness products that were tailored to women's needs with a focus on transparency, simplicity, and aesthetic. In fact, the name Alani actually means orange tree in Hawaiian, and it's a symbol of vitality and health. And then part new represents a newness and freshness that they wanted to bring into the wellness space. So the early lineup included pre-workouts, protein powders, fat burners, and they started their own supplement called Balance, which was a hormone support supplement that helped with acne, bloating, and mood swings. And it was completely different from anything else on the market. Something that many people actually don't know about Alani is about their can. And the packaging of the can that we see today is so much different than when they first started the brand. Their early branding didn't really scream viral. They had white tubs, simple fonts, and it was a very clinical design. It was clean, but nothing new or exciting. But that actually changed around 2020 when they completely rebranded. The new look was completely different. They had bold pastel colors, bubbly fonts, and packaging that really felt like it could be a beauty product, like something you would go see in Sephora. Everything was super Instagram worthy, from their protein bars to their energy drinks. But their biggest packaging win, it was their canned energy drinks, the ones that are super popular and the ones that we all love to drink today. They were game changers. Instead of industrial looking cans like Red Bull or Monster, Alani's drinks looked like they belonged in your skincare fridge. They were colorful, minimal, extremely photogenic, and that's one of the main reasons why people liked them. No other energy drink at that time had been marketed to be girly and light and fun. Like, for example, when you think of Monster or Red Bull, what comes to mind? It's something aggressive and loud. Not Alani, which is so much more attractive, and it's just so much more attractive to a younger audience, and it makes people want to buy it more. And the flavors weren't just basic, boring, functional names. They were fun. You had flavor names like Cosmic Stardust, Tropical Hawaiian Shaved Ice, or Pink Slush. No other energy drink brand at that time had fun names like Alani. They were all super minimalistic and straight to the point. But Alani decided to be more creative and take a different spin on typical energy drink naming. And actually, Alani was one of my first energy drinks that I had ever tried. And the reason why I bought it was because I loved the way that the packaging looked and the flavors sounded so interesting to me. So slowly, Alani began to explode all over TikTok and Instagram, and suddenly every influencer was restocking their mini fridge with Alani cans. Fitness influencers were sipping on them during their workouts, beauty influencers were drinking them during their Get Ready With Me videos, and almost every energy drink in these videos were Alani's. And actually, Alani's fan base really created the hype. Fans posted unboxing, they did taste tests, they shared flavor rankings, and they showed aesthetic fridge organization clips. The brand didn't need massive ad marketing campaigns because it had community marketing, which came through TikTok and social media. And Alani took complete advantage of this. They reposted user generated content, they would tease limited edition drops, and they responded to trends in real time. Like, for example, when they dropped their Halloween flavor, Witch's Brew, which was a caramel apple inspired energy drink, it sold out within days. So now Alani really has the attention of the internet, and they began to expand strategically. They dropped protein bars that matched their drink flavors, they had gummy vitamins with hair and skin benefits, and their balance supplement remains a bestseller. And they actually introduced wellness bundles and collabs, which was actually one of the most viral moves. They had a partnership with Addison Rae, who is one of TikTok's biggest stars, and they had a hydration drink called Berry Pop with pink packaging and really cute branding that fit both Alani and Addison's aesthetic. They actually also had a partnership with Kim Kardashian, who we all know has millions of followers over TikTok and Instagram, which really boosted Alani's sales even more. Alani also launched their own coffee brands, Alani Coffee, which was an iced coffee brand that came in flavors like caramel and mocha and vanilla, and again, their packaging was on point. One thing that I actually do wish Alani has is caffeine-free energy drinks, because I know so many people who wish Alani's drinks were caffeine-free. Like, whenever I would scroll on TikTok and I would see one of Alani's videos and I would go to the comments, all of the comments were, "We need a caffeine-free alternative." And I could not agree more with this, because for me personally, I try to limit the amount of caffeine that I have throughout the week. So if Alani were to drop caffeine-free alternatives, I would be drinking them so much more, and I'm sure that so many other people would be having them more. And I really think that Alani is slowly going to try to do this, because this would really boost their sales even more. So behind the scenes, Alani was scaling super fast. They had national distribution in Target, Walmart, GNC, and in even smaller boutique gyms. They had a massive fulfillment operation, and they heavily invested in R&D to develop new products and keep on innovating. Their brand now employs over 100 people, and it is consistently ranked among some of the fastest growing wellness companies in the US. And it reportedly made over $100 million in sales in recent years, and most of that was organic, meaning they didn't spend any extra money on marketing. All of their marketing came from social media. So throughout all of this, Katie Hearn stayed mainly behind the scenes. She's not really the face anymore, but that was actually strategic. Alani wanted to become bigger than its founder, bigger than Katie. They wanted to become a lifestyle. So in 2024, Alani sold to Celsius, which is another really popular energy drink brand, and they sold to them for $1.8 billion. And Katie and her husband chose to do this because they wanted to expand Alani to a wider audience, to gain more consumers, gain more sales, and just become really popular everywhere. So now let's talk about the business moves that made Alani really successful. Beyond having really great products and really great branding, Alani's success comes down to a couple of smart business techniques that any brand could really learn from. So first off, they really mastered community-driven marketing. So instead of throwing money at traditional ads, they really focused on building a loyal fan base through authentic connections. Katie and her team actively engaged with customers on social media. They reposted TikTok or Instagram clips, which really created hype around their limited edition product drops. And this made fans feel like they were a part of the brand, not just your regular consumers. Next, Alani really used influencer partnerships in a way that felt natural. So they would work with fitness influencers, beauty creators, and TikTokers who genuinely loved Alani's products. It wasn't just about paying celebrities to slap their name onto some random product. It was about creating collaborations that really fit the creator style and their audience perfectly, like their famous collaboration with Addison Rae. They also really nailed product diversification while staying true to their core brand. They started out with pre-workouts and supplements, and they eventually expanded carefully into energy drinks, protein bars, vitamins, and even a coffee brand. Each new product aligned with the overall branding and lifestyle of Alani and the aesthetic that fans expected from Alani. On the operations side, Alani really invested in scalable fulfillment and distribution early on. So they would partner with major retailers like Target and Walmart, which gave them a massive reach. But they also maintained direct-to-consumer sales online to keep that personal connection with their consumers. Finally, they used data-driven decisions, so they would track what flavors and products were trending and what consumers wanted. So when they wanted to launch limited edition flavors, it would really maximize buzz and scarcity appeal. So in short, Alani combined authentic community building, smart partnerships, thoughtful product strategies, and they had really good operations to turn such a simple idea into a wellness powerhouse. Thank you so much for watching this first episode of Brand Backstage. And if you like this deep dive, please hit that like button, subscribe for more popular brand breakdowns, and in the comments, let me know what brand you want me to cover next. Once again, thank you so much for watching this first episode, and I hope you enjoyed the video.